Alright, so welcome back everyone. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, the hardest career series. Today's episode we're going for a test flight with the Kemini 6. Now this is a new version of the Kemini spacecraft. It's going to be launched on a new version of a Kitan launcher, the Kitan 2LV, which includes the previous separate stage to form the TMI. Now this is part of the same stack, so we only need to do 2 launches and then rendezvous and dock with the booster. It's all included in the same stack. So that's a Kitan 2LV. And the Kemini 6, we're going to be testing various ancillaries and emergency systems such as extra monoprop tanks, because we've got quite a few leaks before, and an extra reaction wheel, as well as some extra battery storage power. So we've got my electric charge storage. I guess we get another short circuit. And that's basically it. We'll be launching to low Kerbal orbit. First of all, then we're going to do a TMI, a transmunna injection stage, to test the LH2 powered stage, which was, as I said, a separate booster before. Okay, so we're sitting on pad A, all ready to launch. So we'll head to the launch pad and begin today's mission. Okay, about to come in circularization. Just above 100 kilometers at the apoapsis. And we have got, oh dear. Okay, so we lost a piece. That's not too bad, it's just a radial decoupler. Got both SRBs back. No, we didn't. So one was destroyed. So I had something be destroyed underneath the spacecraft as it was taking off. Once the SRBs are separate, I had something must have collided. Disappointing. So we've got one SRB back and one parachute back off the other one. So I only got one partial of one SRB back. Okay, but this first stage has actually got chutes on it as well. So as soon as we finish circularization, we'll let this first stage go. Finish circularization off with the LH2 stage. Just here. Yeah, much in the dark again, so we can't actually see anything. Never mind. Okay, so make about 100 by 100 kilometers again. Then we'll head to the map view. And then plot the TMI to the MUN. So I'm going to do a MUN shot. Just a test flight. Okay, the TMI is being plotted. 161.054 kilometers. Takes 1 day, 2 hours. Although that will probably change. We've already seen that. Takes 846.1 meters per second. As we saw, we've got nearly 3,000 delta V in the LH2 stage. The TMI stage. Okay, something else. We also got the first stage back. So I've got one SRB back. Unfortunately, the collider, as already mentioned, had a bang as we was just after we decoupled them. But we got the entire first stage back. It's worth 16,529. So that's going to cut the bills down quite a fair bit. We got 11,555 from it. Don't think we lost anything. 3.7, less than 12 needed in meters per second. Parachute, yep, the Merlin, which is actually 5 Merlins on the first stage. The tank, the adapter, and the decoupler shroud. Okay, we'll head back to the spacecraft view. I've got 23 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, it's almost finished. I'll throttle back a little bit. It's quite a long burn time, about 5 minutes on this LH2 stage. So low in TWR. It's not so important when you're in orbit. It's extremely important when you're taking off from the planet, obviously. Okay, so I'm right down to a crawl. It says 1.2 days, the apoapsis. Three, two, one. Okay. At last. Okay, it's 4 minutes and 58-second burn time. So it's quite a long time. So, okay, let's turn this off. So we've got 2,095 meters per second on the LH2. But this tank, we cannot cool it. We can't generate enough electric charge with a single fuel cell here in the service module of the Kemini to actually keep this cool. So I'll show you very quickly if I turn it on. You see, you just can't keep up with it. So I've got to turn that off. It's not too bad. I've got to measure how much boil off we get though. It says 0.07 units per minute. So in 10 minutes it would be 0.7. So we shouldn't lose too much. It's not even 1 single unit per hour. So it's not too bad. Okay, so I'll head to the map view, seeing exactly where that burn took us. I'll get rid of this first. Okay, this is the map view. Oh, in the map view, and that burn took us to 289.145 kilometres. So just under 290 kilometres. Not too bad. It wasn't exactly where I actually plotted. It was 150 kilometres. So we overburned slightly. That's not too bad. So 1 day, 1 hour, 53 minutes and counting. Okay, so about halfway as far as time is concerned. We've got 4.9 hours left. So I'm going to try, see what we can get from these. So we've got D5. So on D5 first, which is the Start Occultation Navigation, which in cis-lunar or cis-mun space is probably pretty important. So we shall let that run. How's it got? It's about 5 minutes or so. Okay, let that finish, see exactly what we get in science. Okay, so what the alarm? D5 Star Occultation Navigation. So I'll get rid of that. Again, we need to end the experiment and then finalise it. Ooh, oh well, oh, never mind. 3. It's better than nothing. Yeah, susceptible to radio frequency. It doesn't seem to change that. But at some point, I might see it hopefully change the report. Okay, so we're on D8, which is the radiation level. So that's the science experiment spacecraft radiation level. So we'll let that finish. Another 15.15, isn't it? I believe. 0.15. As we bring it up. Yeah, so it's slightly, so it's about 50% longer than the D5 experiment. Okay, we'll let it finish and we'll see what we get. Okay, so the second alarm, D8 spacecraft radiation level. Get rid of the alarm. End the experiment. Finalise it. Oh. 3.1. So I've got 3 and 3, so that's 6.1. That's not too bad. So we get something a little bit better than that though, because we are in between the mun. Where the mun is. Alright, oh there it is. It's like slightly too big to sort of mistake for something else, I suppose. Okay, so we've got 4.6 before we reach the apoapsis, the highest point of the orbit. We should enter SOI slightly before then, about an hour before. Okay, about to finish regularisation on the mun. I'd say now it's about between 30 and 50 kilometres off the surface. We did lose a little bit of LH2, well not oxidizer, but we did lose a lot of LH2. More than I thought. But not to worry, it's not too bad. With a better power supply, we could probably keep it cool to minimise the loss. But we've still got plenty, nearly 2,000, 866 just then when I glanced at it. Okay, 100. So I'll stop this burn at about 50. 3, 2, 1. Oh, just. So head on to the payout system there, perhaps it's down to about 50 again. Now, whatever happens, even if we do lose all LH2 in this stage while we're operating in future, or to a leak right now, in this mission, we've got plenty of Delta V in this stage, got 1095 to be able to get out away from the SOE of the mun and get back home without compromising electric charge too much, because obviously we're using the fuel cell which runs on monoprop, so it's the same fuel that our RCS is used, and the main thruster here at the bottom of the service module there, so it's not going to be too bad. I've got substantial extra monoprop as already mentioned. Alright, so I think that's about it. So we'll head around to the periapsis, bring the apoapsis down. Then leave them in orbit for a few hours, check the systems over, do a little bit of observation of the surface of the mun for future landings, and then we'll head them back. Okay, so I brought the periapsis and apoapsis down to about 20 kilometres, about to finish bringing the apoapsis down. We'll let Bill take some photos. Okay, just about there. Okay, so I'll leave the LH2 stage attached because I want to try and get that back. Don't leave too much sort of debris in orbit. Okay, a lot of detail now. Some flat areas. Well, do we do... So I can't do the D5 and D8 again. But I can do the crew report. No. Fortunately, you resist the urge to take your craft down even lower and thread the needle. For some reason I can't reset it. I noticed that before. Strange, I've never seen that before. So I've got to store it or transmit 0, as in nothing. We'll store it, makes no difference. Right, so I'll leave Jeb and Bill in Mun orbit for a while. Oh, it's quite rough there. I'll leave them in for about a few hours, about a day. We'll leave them in for a day, 6 hours or so. Then we'll come back to them and do the leaving burn. Leave the SOI of the Mun and then return back to Kirby safe and sound. Bring some of that science back. 6 points on science is better than nothing. Okay, just coming up to the first full day in Mun orbit. Unfortunately, we've experienced our first failure. We've lost an RCS fuel tank. There's monoprop tank. Okay, so we are 2 days, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Oh, we're coming up to 5 minutes. So we'll head to the map view and plot the return to Kerbin. Perform the same burn again with the LH2 stage and we'll let that stage go. So we spent an entire day in Mun orbit. Experienced a single failure, that's the monoprop tank, which I just mentioned. And we still had 1750 or so Delta V left in the LH2, even though it's not being cooled. On the dark side, the life support uses more electric charge to heat the spacecraft, which are using 0.05, but it soon makes it up once we get onto the light side, when heating gets turned off. Okay, about 50 seconds. We should be on our way home. Okay, so we have the crew fully recovered, nice and safe. We've got 3 science plus 3.1. Gives us 6.1 altogether. Gives us 73.5. Didn't get anything this time from recovering something from the orbit of the Mun, which isn't surprising. We've done it enough times now. 2,500 plus 1. From recovered parts, that's not too bad. Also, we got 1 SRB back out of the 2. And also the first core stage as well, so that's not too bad. No experience gained for Jeb or Bill. Oh, no new ribbons. So I spent a full day in the Mun orbit for the first time, but no new ribbons. And then you experience. Okay, alright, so coming up to the next episode, we have Kemini 7 and 8, which will be performing on the 2nd. So rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of the Mun for the first time, and transfer any crew between the vessels near the Mun. Obviously, when we do that without docking, we'll complete this automatically, the EVA. However, that is the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click like, it's appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the content, and also sharing with your friends does help the channel immensely. It is very, very much appreciated. Don't forget to have Discord, Facebook and Twitter. You find it to all 3 of those platforms on the banner front page of the channel. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question, as always, you're more welcome to do so. Alright, once again, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the very next episode, where we're going to be launching Kemini 7 and 8 on their mission. In the meantime, as always, take care and bye bye.